So I wanted to go through the numbers on a property that we looked at this morning that's currently on our local listing service. It's been sitting for a while, and we kind of took a deeper dive into it just because we thought there was some potential value that was untapped on it. So I just kind of wanted to go through the numbers and show you that even with these properties that are on listing services, there's very real money to be made as long as you understand the current market climates and you know how to add value. So currently they're asking $189,000 for this property, and they're getting $1,200 a month in rent. It is severely under rented. It doesn't have the right type of tenants in there, and the lease terms are not conducive to getting optimal rents. The current owners do understand this, and they just want to wash their hands and leave. So we went in, we took a look at it. So the realistic pro forma rents on this property, if you got on the right lease cycle with the proper tenants, is $2,200. And we'd be able to achieve that with very minimal fix-ups. We're talking a couple $1,000s. And with that $2,200 in rents, the realistic ARV is $220,000. And now, since we do know that these guys are motivated, we wouldn't come in at full price. So we're actually going to approach them at $169,000. And just to kind of break down the numbers, what that looks like on our end. So that would be a $34,000 down payment. That means our mortgage would be about $136,000. And now for our PITI, which is our principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, that would be $1,350 a month. And now for our basic expense ratio, which includes things like maintenance, CapEx, vacancy, management, etc., we're going to budget $650 a month for that. So that means all in, we're looking at $2,000 a month for expenses. And like I said, that includes allocations for things like roofs, hot water heaters, basic fixes, small amounts of vacancy, and a management fee. So your realistic cash flow is probably going to be higher than this, but we like to run our numbers conservative when we run these. So if our expenses are $2,000 a month and our pro forma rent is $2,200, that means that we are going to cash flow about $200 a month or $2,400 a year. And now, of course, if we put $34,000 down for our down payment, that means our cash on cash return is going to be about 7% for this deal. But the big thing here is if we're at a purchase price of $169,000, and we know that our pro forma with this increase in rents puts us at an ARV of around $220,000. That means we're talking anywhere from $50,000 to $60,000 in equity immediately. And these type of deals do exist. There's people that have places that are under rented, underutilized. There's rooms that are just being left to storage instead of being rented out. There's small fixes that need to be done so they can't capture these optimal rents. So by taking a deal like this that exists on the market and doing very small work towards it, with just a little bit of negotiation, we're talking about getting a 7% cash on cash return and increasing your net worth $50,000 to $60,000, all for a down payment of around $34K. So I just wanted to take a little bit and kind of break down. These are the type of deals that we find on market intermittently. And obviously our off market deals are even better than this, but deals do exist. And with little to no effort, you can find things like this.